Hi, welcome to Abundant Acres Homestead. My name is Kenny and this is Angie, and we'd like to welcome you to our channel.
Today we're going to go over our 6-part seed starting system. Say that 3 times really fast. Okay, so obviously it is 6 parts, so we're going to go over each of the 6 parts. So what are the 6 parts?
Okay, the 6 parts are shelves, lights, pots, soil, seeds, water.
So we're going to go into each one of those as we go ahead and we start setting up for our seed starting system.
Okay, the shelves we use are 18 inches deep, 4 foot wide, and the thing we like about these are they're adjustable. You can take them apart and you can store them easily. The other part we like about them is they're stainless steel and they won't rust. These grow lights we bought at Walmart. They were $25 and they are just regular grow lights. And this is how we set them up and chain them up and they don't get stuck. And then this way we can take the chains and lower them down or raise it up, whichever way we want to go. They're 2-strip grow lights from Walmart. And these are 5,500 watt LED shop lights. And Angie started growing a bunch of more plants last year. And when she did,
I stole the shop lights.
She stole my shop lights. They're daylight and they work just fine. Same thing, they come with a chain. You hook it up however you want it, whatever desired height is. And obviously we got this on here now, but I'm sure it's going to get changed to whatever height you need. But it's just your basic setup, and all it is a 2-strip LED light. 5,500 luminous, daylight, and these are 2-strip LEDs, and you can see with the grow lights there's not near as many bulbs as there are in this shop light.
Next, I want to talk about the pots and the trays. Obviously, you can go online and you can order the pots and the trays like this, and they're wonderful. But I'm cheap, so what I like to do is I like to get everything for free. So what I did is I actually went to a local gardening center, and I actually got all of these for free. Once they are done and they have sold most of their stuff, or even as the season is going along, they start throwing these out. And they just throw them in big bags. You can just go there, you can get all the bags that you want usually. But I got all of these for free. It comes with the tray and everything. And if you don't have that yet, another thing that we did is we just used whatever we have around here. Like this is a silverware tray that you just buy the plastic silverware in. That'll get used this year. And then as far as like the watering tray goes, I just use, it's just, I don't know, 3/4 inch deep tray, which is plenty because you don't want to overwater your plants, and I water from the bottom. So I just fill this tray up, and it's usually just about right for whatever we have sitting on here to water from the bottom up. And as far as like these, if you don't have these, Dixie or Solo cups or whatever work just fine. You can see last year's Solo cups sitting on there. But yeah, that's what I do for the trays or the pots or whatever. Next up, I want to talk about what I start our seeds in. You can buy the seed starting mix, but what I prefer to do is I just start in the all-purpose growing mix. I do not have a favorite brand or one that I got to go by. But I will say I do like the potting mix over the seed starter. And the main reason is because seed starter, it's basically just like peat and coconut coir and vermiculite. There's no real nutrients in it at all whatsoever. So if you start your seeds in seed starting mix, there's no nutrients, and so you only have about a couple weeks before you have to up pot them, because your plants will start looking for those nutrients and there just won't be any. But if you start it in potting mix from the beginning, there's already some nutrients in here. So once those seeds pop up and the roots start growing down, there's actually already some nutrients that's already in potting mix. So like how I'm going to do it, I will put a lot of seeds in one thing. So I'm going to up pot them anyway, but it gives me a little bit of extra room, because the seed starting mix, you're only going to get a couple weeks out of. This, if I wanted to, I could stretch it out a little bit longer before I have to up pot them. So I know there's people that are diehard, you got to use seed starter, and then there's the other people like me that isn't diehard about the seed starting mix. As a matter of fact, there were years that I just went out and dug the soil straight out of our ground. So you don't even actually have to buy soil. You can just get whatever you have in your yard. So I guess maybe it's just a personal preference. The thing with potting soil mix is it can have like the bigger chunks in it. So I'll just kind of sift through it and get all the big chunks out. Once the big chunks are out, then I'll just start filling my pots up.
And it won't go to waste. It'll go back out on the garden.
Yeah, because we still have to fill. We're building a couple more raised beds, so whatever we throw in there, it's just going to go in a raised bed anyway. I do like to sift through it somewhat to get some of the smaller stuff out, just to put on the top, just so that it's a little bit easier for the seeds to pop through. So, but you can see this is like super, super fine. I'm gonna put my seeds in, and then this will just go across the top so that the seeds can pop up through it pretty easy. Okay, well, obviously to start seeds, you need seeds, right? Okay, so as far as seeds goes, there's different things that you can do for seeds. Like I plan on planting parsley. If I was in a hurry to get the parsley to come up quicker, what I could do is I could put these seeds in water, and it would just help them pop a lot faster. I'm not in a hurry, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Then there are some seeds that require stratification, which basically just means they need to be cold first. So what you do is, if you don't have the cold weather and stuff like that, and you're not planning on sowing outdoors, just pop them in the freezer for a while. But basically stratification, that's what it means. Just throw it in the freezer. And then there are other seeds as far as like planting depth and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're planting your seeds to the right depth. Like I plan on growing celery. Celery is one of those seeds that actually doesn't like to be planted. So I will just take some of the good soil that I've already sifted, that I will, basically the other ones, what I'll do is I will plant those seeds, and then I will throw the sifted stuff over top of it. But celery is a little bit different. Celery seed, it likes the light. The light is actually what's going to make it pop. So if I was to put the celery down and then put the soil on top of it, not saying that it wouldn't, it would just make it harder for it to pop up. So with the celery, I'm actually going to put the superfine stuff on the top, and the celery seeds themselves will pretty much just be sitting on the top of the dirt. There's a lot of things that I could go into with seeds. There's, you know, there's hybrid seeds, there's heirloom seeds, there's different phases of hybrid. You know, you have your F1, F2, F3. if I went into that, it would be a really super long video, and I'm not trying to make a super long video. But if you guys are interested in that, leave in the comment section and let me know. I can go over that if you want to. You just want to make sure that wherever you're getting the seeds, that you're actually getting good quality seeds, or you've saved your seeds. Like the celery, these seeds are a few years old, so I'm probably going to add some extra in there just because I'm not sure of the germination rate. A lot of your seeds can last 5 years, up to 5 years. Some of them can last a little bit longer. Okay, so basically all that I'm gonna be starting today is I'm gonna be starting the celery, I'm gonna be starting some parsley, and then I have 2 different kinds of cabbages that I'm gonna be starting. And then we have Kenny over here.
I'm gonna be planting Elsa Craig onion seeds. And obviously you can see those, they are super, super tiny. And there are 200 of them in here. And all I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna broadcast them basically across here. And then I will cover this up with about 1/4 inch of the sifted dirt and water them in, and that'll be it. Make sure you use good clean water on your seeds. We installed a reverse osmosis filter, and Angie did a whole video on it, so go check it out.
And when you go to water, you obviously, especially like the celery that's just sitting on top, you don't want to flood it. So an easy way to do it is you just make a little water. It's just a water bottle, and I'm just taking a push pin and popping holes in it. And there it is, our 6 components to our seed starting system. And 2020 season is ready to roll. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.